Have you ever heard a voice from the cloud? I have, and it completely changed my life. Let me tell you about it. It was a bright, clear day when Jesus took Peter, James, and John up a mountain to pray. This event is called the Transfiguration. As they were praying, a cloud covered the mountain top, and a voice boomed out of it. "This is my beloved Son. Listen to him." Then just as quickly as the cloud appeared, it disappeared. Now, this wasn't like an ordinary thunderstorm. See, the disciples were on a mountain 2,000 feet above sea level. It wasn't a single cloud in the sky, not a leaf or a twig in sight. The only sound was the gentle rustling of their clothes as they were blown by the wind. In other words, it was the perfect setting for God to make a grand entrance. And that's exactly what he did. You see, this was no ordinary cloud. It was God himself. You see, God often spoke through clouds in the Old Testament. But now here he was in the New Testament times, speaking with a voice that shook the mountain, commanding everyone to listen to Jesus. Now, I don't know about you, but if God spoke to me like that, I would definitely listen. So here's the question. Why don't we listen to Jesus? You see, throughout Jesus' ministry, he'd been teaching people about the kingdom of God and telling them to follow him. But many of them just didn't get it. They couldn't understand why he was setting up a political kingdom where he would be king and Israel would be a powerful nation again. No, Jesus told them that his kingdom was spiritual. That true power came from submitting to God and trusting in him. But most of his followers just couldn't wrap their minds around this. But when God spoke from the cloud at the Transfiguration, there was no mistaking his words. This was God's way of saying, "Pay attention, everyone. This is my Son, Jesus. Listen to what he says, because he is the only way to the Father." See, when we hear God's voice, we should listen. And we can hear God's voice today through the words of Jesus Christ, who is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So let's take time to listen to his words. Let's read his word and see what he has to say to us today. Because when we hear God's voice, our lives will never be the same. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you have a comment or a prayer request, feel free to share it below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.